Hi everyone, Alex from AutoStore here. This is the final episode, episode 16 of How to Design an AutoStore. And this is just a summary episode, just going back over everything I've looked at over the past 15 weeks. So I started out with Smart Designer, and that's where you give us the lines per hour you need, your inbounding, the space you've got available, and the kind of throughputs that you're going to really need. I then took that and put that into the Grid Designer. So you can see you can add all of the ports, the robots, the chargers, and everything within Grid Designer. That is our software for every single AutoStore. Once you've got that basic concept there, you can then click through to see what that looks like in a 3D preview, which I think looks really cool. So once we've got that basic grid design, we can then play with which robots work best. So whether it's the R5, R5 Pro, or B1s. So that mainly depends on your shift structure and the number of bins per hour that you need delivering. Once we know which robots we're going to use, we then obviously need to know which ports they're going to be delivering those bins to. So then we went through each of the various port iterations, from your conveyor port, which is our sort of standard inbounding, carousel, our standard picking, to then the newer versions, so the relay port, the fusion port staging, the swing ports, so if you wanted to mount the AutoStore on a mezzanine, or the pickup ports if you wanted to mount it in your actual shop. So once we've selected the robot, we've done the basic concepts on Grid Designer, we then export that into our simulator software. And this is the most important part of any design or any concept. The simulator will then tell you whether the system is going to work in situ when you install it, assuming it's installed properly. Once we've done that simulation and we know the ideal number of robots, number of ports, the handling times, all of those bits and bobs that you will have worked out through the simulations, then we'd go on to actually giving you a ROM cost. We'd give you a ROM cost, say plus or minus 10% of where we think it's going to land, and see how that sounds to you. If that sounds like a winner, what we would then do is pass you on to one of our integration partners. So we've got 23 partners globally, and in the UK we've got 8. Now those partners really bring the system to life, and I'm going to do a full episode about our go-to-market and how our relationship works with all of the partners. But it's the partner software that will integrate with your WMS, and all of the ancillary equipment, any conveyors, anything else you might need. It's about the partners that will bring that all together. We will just supply the sort of AutoStore. My message really is just to get in touch. I can put together a 20-minute concept by just using the Smart Designer. It'll tell us which robots, which ports, based on your processes. And obviously I can use my experience to say which ones might work best as well. I hope you've enjoyed this series. The next series is a poll on my LinkedIn, so have a look and have a vote of what you'd like me to talk about next. So I'll start that next series maybe next week or the week after if I've got time to start putting that together. Thanks very much for watching. Cheers.